Good evening, everyone. I'm Haylee Ficuciello, Senior Correspondent for Englebrook Independent News. Following Jennifer Hodges' article published Friday here at Englebrook Independent News, I wanted to offer my own perspective on Governor Mikie Sherrill's latest announcement: an additional $12 million in taxpayer funded for New Jersey's Detention and Deportation Defense Initiative, bringing the program totaling fund to more than $20 million. Now, according to Governor's office, this money will help provide legal representation for low-income individuals facing immigration proceedings, including detainees held at Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey. And if you listen to Trenton politicians explain it, this is about all fairness, compassion, and due process. There's just one problem. Many New Jersey taxpayers are asking a very simple question. Who's representing us? Seriously, who is standing up for families in Somerset County trying to afford grocery bills? Who is standing up for truck drivers spending hundreds of dollars a month in fuel? Who's standing up for the retirees getting crushed by property taxes? Who's standing up for young couples wondering whether they'll ever be able to afford homes in the state they grew up in? Because from where many residents are sitting, Trenton always seems to have money available for every cause except lowering the burden of people paying the bills. Think about that message this sends. New Jersey already has some of the highest property taxes in America. Residents pay some of the highest utility bills. Drivers pay some of the highest tolls, families face some of the highest housing costs, and yet, somehow, whenever taxpayers ask for relief, we're told the state simply cannot afford it, cannot suspend gas tax, cannot provide meaningful property tax relief, cannot reduce government spending, can't tighten the bill, can't find money. But suddenly, almost magically, another $12 million appears when a subject turns to immigration legal defense. Funny how that works. Apparently, Trenton's budget is like one of those old magic wallets. It's empty when taxpayers ask for help, but it's overflowing when progressive activists show up demanding more spending. Now, let's be clear. Everyone in America is entitled to due process under the law. The principle matters. It's one of the foundations of our constitutional systems. But critics of this program are asking another legitimate question. If an individual has already gone through immigration court process and received a final deportation order, why should New Jersey taxpayers be funding additional legal efforts designed to delay or challenge the outcome? Again, that's a debate, not whether due process exists. The debate is whether taxpayers should be paying millions of dollars to continue fighting decisions that have already been made through the legal system. And the debate deserves to happen honestly. Because here's what many voters see. For weeks, Delaney Hall has become the center of political demonstration, press conferences, protests, and media attention. Politicians lined up in front of the cameras. Activists demanded action. Democrats condemned federal immigration enforcement. There was no shortage of speeches, no shortage of headlines, no shortage of political theater. And then came the funding announcement: more than $20 million. That's not symbolic. That's not a statement. That's real money. That's taxpayer money, your money, and my money. Meanwhile, New Jersey residents continue facing economic pressures from every direction. Insurance costs continue to climb. Housing remains unaffordable for many families. Small businesses face increasing costs. Working class residents continue stretching every paycheck. Yet somehow the political conversation in Trenton keeps circling back to how government can spend more money, not how government can let taxpayers keep more of their own. And perhaps that's what frustrates many voters the most. It's not even about the dollar amount, it's the priority, because government priority reveals what leaders consider important. Budgets are moral documents, we're often told. Well, if budgets reveal priorities, what exactly are New Jersey residents supposed to conclude? When drivers asked for relief for the fuel costs, they were told no. When taxpayers asked for lower taxes, they were told no. When families asked why affordability keeps getting worse, they were told solutions takes time. But when activists asked for additional immigration legal funding, $12 million appear almost immediately. You don't have to be anti-immigration to notice the contradiction. You don't have to hate anybody. You don't have to oppose legal immigration. You don't even have to agree with every aspect of federal immigration enforcement. You simply have to ask whether the people footing the bill are receiving the same level of attention as the people receiving the benefits. That's a fair question, and it's a question Governor Sherrill and legislative leaders are going to hear repeatedly in the months ahead. Because at some point, taxpayers stop listening to speeches, they stop listening to slogans, they stop listening to carefully crafted talking points, and they start looking at their bank accounts. They look at their property tax bills, they look at their grocery receipts, they look at prices at the gas pump, and they ask themselves a very simple question. If Trenton can find millions of dollars for this, why can't they find relief for us? That's the question hanging over the entire debate. And until state leaders provide a convincing answer, don't be surprised if more and more New Jersey residents begin wondering whether their government has forgotten who they're supposed to be working for. I'm Haylee Ficuciello, Senior Correspondent for Englebrook Independent News. Thank you for watching, and that's my take. Good night.